Today we're going to Westport. This is my first time away and I'm going solo. So it's a solo YouTube excursion to Westport in Ireland. It's going to be fabulous. But I'm going to spin you. Sorry about that. And I'll show you what Neil is doing Mason has been doing. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that amazing? And this is south facing, so he's keeping that sun off it yesterday. All right, Rusty, we'll get you some breakfast before we go. And so today, all being well, he's back to work on the last window down at the bottom. So it has, come right up to the ring beam there. And so he's working on that last window. And then that, we filled in our hole here. It's just much tidier than the one I did, but it's okay, still done. And that looks really, really solid actually. I'm very pleased with that. And I don't think there's very much more building bits to do. Hello, Rusty. You're just king of the world. Got some breakfast. Oh, let me turn down some of the fans. This is loud. Off we go. I haven't done very many miles in this new camper van. That I have done 120. Oh, there we go. And we are off. We're off. So I am heading to Westport. And on the way, I'm going to take a detour and call with Morrigans Cottage. I have some raised flower beds. Well, the flat pack boxes that I use. And so I saved some for Ashling, and I'm going to bring those with me and drop them off on my way. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going solo. We're going solo in the camper van, which doesn't have a name yet. Some of the suggestions have been Denzel, Raven, Jemima. I don't know. Denzel, maybe. Just so you can say, oh, Denzel and I are going to Westport. So maybe that. I was over at the cottage this morning. And everything is going good over there. I'm not going to keep that on for long. So wish us luck on our first solo journey in the camper van. Driving it, I just need to remember that it's longer than anything that I usually drive. But it's good. It's fine. It's really comfortable to drive actually, and you sit quite high up so you can see all the lorry drivers. Okay, we'll touch base when I get a bit further around. We are nearly at our first destination. That's about 3 hours. That's not bad. Oh look, this has got new fancy tarmac on it. And I'm going to spin you around when I can see where we're going, because you'll recognize it. We're going to see lovely, lovely, lovely Morrigans Cottage. When we had sale agreed on Rock Cottage, and you go on deep dive research, you know, on the YouTube, and this is one of the first channels that I followed, because she's just an absolute inspiration. Out on her own here with animals and, you know, making it happen at her own home. She's an amazing young woman, and she just gets stuck in, and she just, you know, puts such effort into what she's doing. Turn here. And she reminds me so much of Jenny, you know. This is such a big long run. Oh my goodness, I can see it. I think that's Morrigan's Cottage. Let's see now if I have somewhere suitable. I could just squeeze in off the road here, couldn't I? Like this, like this. I could just do this. I could camp here, the very best. Here for a day and a week. Ooh. Now, back on the road. Put my glasses up here so I don't lose them. Oh, do you know what, that was lovely. I'm so glad that she was available for me to call today. And the cottage is amazing. She has done such a wonderful job, and you know what, to see a young woman putting her mark on the world, she should be so proud of herself. She's such a great girl, and the love and care and attention she gives those animals, it's lovely. It's good to see. It's good to see. And you know what, I wouldn't have met her if it wasn't for YouTube. So I'm counting my blessings, and I'm counting my gratitudes, and all is good. All is good in the world. I'm at peace. I'm tootling about here, looking at stone walls, smelling the wind bushes. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to head off now. We're going to Westport. We're going to get checked in to our campsite. I can't wait to show you it. It looks brilliant in the photos. And then I'm going to try and set up the awning. Campsite that I'm staying in Westport is the Westport estate, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The campsite's just down the way, and it's got concrete hard standing sites. It's got a tent bit. Oh, they're stuck. It's got glamping section, and I'll show you on the way back. But there was like a food court with all different food trucks, and isn't that stunning? And it's just a 15-minute walk into town, into Westport. But I'm only staying one night, so I'm just going to have a walk around the estate because I'm in town tomorrow morning anyway. You can tell the direction of the wind by that bush. Absolutely gorgeous. A really well equipped campsite. I like a campsite where there's somewhere you can wash your dishes, laundry, loads of toilets, loads of showers. So I thought it was very good. I did not know Westport House was the same Westport House connected to Grace O'Malley. She was pirate queen, 16th century, and her descendants still own Westport House. Isn't that cool? Pretty awesome statue. Okay, so I'm in bed. I went and checked outside. You really can't see in these blinds at all. I got the TV working. Let me just show you. I think just because you're in a caravan park and I had to use it on my hotspot. It's just a lot of people hotspotting. And it's not exactly free flowing, but I might screen share something I've already downloaded. I can figure out how to do that. I'm so not tech. But I mean, the bed's really comfy. The shower is tight, but you know, what to expect. It's still nice to be able to shower in there where it's clean. Caravan showers, I don't like it if the floor is already wet or there's somebody's hair on it. So yeah, that was quite good. So I was able just to do everything in here. I would say I can't seem to get the alarm on the outside working. When I try to do it, I'm triggering the inside alarm. So there's something I'm not pressing there. But that's not bad. That's not bad for my first night. And I'm already roasting in this. And that's just 2 blankets at the bottom. I don't know if that's going to be comfy if they move about. I might need to get a fitted sheet for that, but if they're comfy, that's good, because those 3 things will go in the washing machine with room to spare. I really like this. I'm going to link these things in the description because they're really useful if anybody wants them. Right, I'll see you in the morning. We're just leaving Westport. I got in really quick and I didn't push the door open fully and paused for a second on the step and closed my head in the door. So there's going to be a bruise, just like and I'm trying to style it out because there was people on the footpath. Oh my days. Anyway, I'm leaving Westport now and we're heading to Westport's Irish Wolfhound. Look at the state of this. So we're heading to Irish Wolfhounds. So yeah, better, I guess leave now.
Where the chieftains were here, the chieftains in Ireland, you have 32 chiefs, you have 32 counties, you have 32 chieftains. Each chieftain would have roughly around about maybe 600 or 700 of these dogs each. Now you'd say to yourself, why did they have so many dogs? I'll be explaining that to you later on, and you'll understand why they had so many dogs. What was the main purpose when they were called an Irish Wolfhound? What was their purpose from back then? Well,
So I've just left. Well, I'm about halfway between Westport and where I'm going. And yeah, the wolfhounds were fantastic. Aidan was so knowledgeable about the breed, and he obviously dearly loves those dogs, dearly, and they were beautiful. I mean, they're, I want to say strong-willed, but they're not. I mean, it just seems that way because they're so big, but like fully grown, you're talking 16 stone. You're talking, they need well trained, because you're not making them do anything they don't want to do. And he was just brilliant with them. And the stories and the setting, the beach. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't miss it with the Google Maps. But I was showing it in the email at the end, and no, it doesn't say anywhere in the email where I'm supposed to go. But he was saying that they were up doing their website and just on renewing the forms that missed that bit out. So I'm so glad I didn't miss it. Unfortunately, it was a family, husband, wife, 3 kids. So, but I was only 15 minutes late at the end, so that's not too bad. But I think they had a great time. They didn't mind. Sorry, I had a seed in my teeth. It's tricky on this road, to find somewhere to eat. But I found like a Supermax. So I had a chicken burger. Oh, it was nice. So where I'm heading now is I'm going to see the Corner House project. This has been such a nice trip because one, I'm solo, and it does me good to be in my own company for a time, because my social battery drains, and I'm always thinking of so many things, and then you're having to communicate. And to communicate authentically, you have to really, be present and give something of yourself. So just being on my own has done me the world of good. It's just been a lovely trip. So I got to see Westport. Patrick's down there. And I'm definitely going back to climb it or to hike it. It looked phenomenal. And this big presence when you were at the beach. It was amazing. So I'll definitely go back and do that. Aidan at Irish Wolfhounds, Westport Irish Wolfhounds, has Airbnb also. So I definitely stay with him. If you are anywhere near the West Coast, I would 10 out of 10 recommend. I'm going to link his Instagram. I think I tagged him on my Instagram, and I'm going to put that as a highlight because it was a highlight. Anyway, so all of those lovely things. I'm in my camper van. I'm doing solo traveling. I got to see Westport. I got to meet Aidan and those 2 beauts. I got to meet everyone at Morrigans Cottage yesterday. And now we're heading to the Corner House project. Now, let me tell you about the Corner House project. I kind of thought that YouTube was just like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, and you kind of, if it's somebody you know or somebody you've done something with, there'll be a bit of a community feel. But see, the Renovating Cottages community is so lovely. I mean, so lovely. And I know that the YouTube videos are a hobby for me and a way of documenting the family project and just how life is at the minute, with all the things that go alongside the renovation, and you get the snippet of what that's like, and it gives me an opportunity to share an interest with family. So I know it's not a source of income for me, but everybody has been so nice. Everybody has been so nice. But I think what's worth particularly noting with Ben and Dawn is that they mentioned Rock Cottage on their page, which got us over the 1,000 subscribers. But that kindness absolutely took my breath away, because they did not have to do that, and like that's and you know, there have Morrigan's Cottage, I think, has mentioned us, and it's lovely when that happens, because that felt like there was like celebrities talking about what you were doing, and then all of a sudden you were like, oh, I so need to do better. I so need to make better videos, because you know, people are watching it that aren't just your friends and family. So I just think they are the nicest people, and they had no call to be doing it, but they did, and it was so nice. And then it's so nice that they're letting me visit when I'm down this way, and I just think that is so sweet. So I'm really excited to see them, and just it's an opportunity to thank them in person, because I genuinely cannot even express how touched I was that they did that. I really was. I've seen so many nice cottages that I wanted to get pictures of, and because I'm driving, it was impossible. So maybe the next time we do a trip, it won't be solo, and then I can take some inspiration photos. So that's going to wrap up that video. Tomorrow morning I'm going straight to the cottage, because Dee said Neil finished up today. Neil is stonemason. So I might do that right now. I might message Daniel and see when he's going to come and do the plaster. He talked about Saturday. And tomorrow morning I'm also going to call and have a look at Alan's windows, because his son David has got them till almost complete. So we're going to have a look at those tomorrow to work out whether we have friction movement, or whether we keep the bottom one paint. Alan and I had talked about keeping the bottom one stationary and just moving the top one. We need to work out how we do that without it. Yeah, without it just going into free fall. So we'll work out a plan for that tomorrow, and yeah, I'm excited about the next week. It's going to be good, and because the harvest was so early this year, Dee said that they might finish the wheat by Saturday, and that means he might have a wee bit of time before the next round of barley and the next then ploughing and all sorts after that, but he might have a wee bit of time then, so we can make a bit more progress. Anyway, if you do want to follow along and see what we're doing, you can subscribe. That's a lovely thing to do. It's also nice to like or comment if you feel inclined to do so. I love the comments. I read every single one. I answer them all. I just think if anybody has stopped and took time out of their day to do a comment, it's lovely. Some people don't like commenting, but I don't know, there's nobody judging it here. If your spelling's wonky, or you know, you don't have to think of anything profound or amazing to say. I just love even a well done, or I'm here, or hello, or a wave. Perfect.